Matthew Stafford still owns the huddle in Los Angeles. The arm is live. The resume is secure. But at 37 years old, there's an unspoken truth hovering over the Rams facility that nobody likes to say out loud. Time doesn't negotiate. And in Sean McVay's offense, time matters more than ever. This isn't a system you survive on instincts alone. It's a mental gauntlet. You either process at warp speed or you get exposed. That's why when reports started circulating that the Rams quietly poked around a rookie quarterback during a championship run, league insiders didn't just raise eyebrows. They leaned in. Because this wasn't desperation. This was something else entirely. The Rams aren't panicking about Stafford. That's the part people miss. He's still playing high-level football. But the Rams don't wait for cliffs. They map them. McVay's offense demands anticipation, memory, manipulation, and emotional control under chaos. It chews up talented quarterbacks who can't think fast enough. And when you have a quarterback approaching his late 30s, the smartest move isn't replacement, it's preparation. Quiet, early, and calculated. That's how elite franchises stay elite. And that mindset is what makes the next part so uncomfortable for Cleveland. Because the quarterback who caught the Rams' attention wasn't a starter. He wasn't a headline name on Sundays. He was a fifth-round pick sitting quietly on the Browns' depth chart, Shedeur Sanders. A player most teams passed on, over and over again. Despite the college buzz, despite the recognizable last name, draft weekend told him exactly how the league felt. And then one preseason game flipped the entire conversation, not because of gaudy numbers. 2 touchdowns won't turn heads by themselves. It was how he did it. Sanders walked into a preseason offense with limited reps, a watered-down playbook, and a shaky offensive line, and he never blinked. Clean progressions, calm footwork in collapsing pockets, no panic, no rushing throws, just process, reset, deliver, over and over. That kind of composure doesn't usually show up that early. And it definitely doesn't show up by accident. Teams say they want poise under pressure. Sanders actually showed it. And that's when the whispers started. Because the NFL is changing, even if some teams refuse to admit it. This league isn't obsessed with raw athleticism the way it used to be. Vertical jumps don't win playoff games. Arm strength doesn't save you when the defense disguises coverage late. The new gold standard is behavioral evaluation. How do you react when protection breaks down? Do you rush decisions? Do your mechanics collapse? Do you emotionally spike? Or do you stay level and solve the problem in real time? Those traits don't usually develop later. You either have them or you don't. And Sanders showed signs of something front offices hunt aggressively, executive function under stress. The Rams saw it, and they didn't hesitate. Not because they needed a savior, but because they recognized undervalued potential in a league that still clings to draft labels. This wasn't about plugging Sanders into the lineup. It was about investing early. Quarterback venture capital, low acquisition cost, high upside, zero panic, Stafford mentors, McVay teaches, the system molds. That's infrastructure. That's how you future-proof the most important position in football. And while LA was quietly evaluating the upside, Cleveland was doing nothing. The Browns had front-row seats. Same tape, same reps, same data. And Sanders stayed buried. No expanded role, no situational reps, no accelerated development plan. That's not patience. That's paralysis. Development doesn't happen by osmosis. It requires intent, structure, pressure, reps that reinforce what you've already seen. Every week a quarterback with rare composure sits idle. That edge dulls. Habits don't sharpen themselves. And when another franchise is allegedly willing to put real money on the table for a player you're barely using, that's not just a missed opportunity. That's a warning sign.